Welcome to Sunshine Art and Drawing. Today I am going to be reviewing a bit of a new product. They are Faber-Castell Metallic Gel Pastels. I've never used gel pastels before, but I have used regular oil pastels. I assume these are probably pretty similar, just a little bit of a different process. And here I'm going to swatch them. So the first one is gold. They're kind of like a chubby crayon shape, but they're very soft. It's kind of a bit hard to get detail, so I kind of did a bit of a swatch and then a bit of a line as thin as I could get it. And as you can see, it's still a pretty thick line. There's gold, silver, aqua green, blue, purple, and pink. They're all really, really pretty. They kind of remind me a bit of like Christmas tinsel. They've got a little bit of glitter in it, but it's very fine, so it's not like chunks of glitter. It's very pretty, a metallic-y kind of shine to them. And here I'm just kind of tipping it towards the light so you can see the kind of glitteriness that they have. And I'm just smudging them because they are supposed to be pastels, and pastels do sort of smudge and blend together. So I'm going to smudge them a little bit and then show you what they look like smudged in. You still get the glitteriness, but the colour does dull a bit. And I did this on black paper to give them the best chance, so you can see the colour really well. On white it doesn't show up as much. And here I'm going to do some blending of colours together and see how well they blend together. They blend beautifully. I was surprised. I thought maybe they might get a bit chunky or come off the paper, but no, you can blend any of the colours together and sort of smear them out, make them really pretty. Now your fingers will get dirty doing this. You can use like a paper stump or something like that. I just use my fingers because, you know, I can just wash them. And this stuff is completely washable. So if you get it on your hands or on your clothes, it just washes out. I did a little tiny drawing here just to see how sort of detailed you can get. It is kind of hard. They are very thick, sort of stubby kind of shaped. It would be nice if you could sharpen them a little bit, but I think they would just break apart. And I'm going to draw a bit of a mandala. So as you can see, you can wind them up a bit. And you can sort of wipe the edge of them on a scrap piece of paper to sharpen them up. Still a pretty thick line. So I thought the only thing I'd be able to draw maybe was like a large mandala and a big piece of black cardboard. So I just got this big sheet of cardboard from my local newsagents and cut a piece out, and that's what I'm drawing on today. And I'm just going to use all the different colours and just draw what comes to mind, a bit of a random kind of mandala. I know it's not circular, I can tell. It's a little bit off, but I think it's really pretty. And I think it would make like a nice background to another picture. So say if you're doing like a portrait or an artwork and you haven't figured out the background, these would be great for doing that because you could sort of blend them and smudge them and they'd make a nice sort of blurry background. And it was really fun. I found this kind of therapeutic in a way. Like it's kind of hard to colour with them. Like I was trying to do a little bit of colouring here and it is a little bit hard to kind of get in those little spaces. I did notice one thing you can do is you can blend a little bit onto some paper and then pick it up with your finger and you'll get like a little bit of the colour, which is a little bit handy for if you're trying to just get a hint of some glitter for an artwork. See, as I'm blending down here, it puts purple on your finger and then you could use the purple on your finger to just do a little touch of colour somewhere in an artwork. It might be something useful you were looking for, that you don't want to stick glitter on your artwork or something like that, and you just want a little shine. And you use a brush just to remove all the little bits and pieces that have peeled up. And you can go over the parts that you've smudged, so you can make them a bit more detailed. Here I'm just showing you a bit of a close-up just to see. I know my camera's not very good at focusing, but to me it kind of reminds me of Christmas tinsel. It's just this pretty glittery gorgeousness that catches the light. I was really kind of surprised at how nice they looked. Like I thought they might just be chunky glitter, but they're really kind of fine glitter. So I grabbed one of my colouring in book and I thought I would give this a try and see if you can use them in a colouring in book or will they mess everything up. So I chose this spider design because there's a lot of black in this picture and I thought that would help bring out the glitteriness. So I'm using the silver to do the spider web. So that's just going to take a little bit of time. And once I've done the spider web, I take my finger and I smudge along all the lines. And I found that on the black parts of the image, it's like the silver kind of blends in, and then on the white it picks it up a lot. So it ends up being quite sort of a translucent-y kind of colour, which worked really, really well for the spider himself. And I'm using the purple here to do a bit of a shadow under the spider and then to blend onto the spider to give him a bit of like 3D kind of body. And I blended that in as well, which you can just use your finger. And if it gets on your fingers and you don't want to go wash your hands, it does rub off your fingers. So if you just get a scrap piece of paper or a bit of paper towel, you can rub it off and it'll come off like 90% of it. So that's handy if you're blending a bunch of them and you just need to clean your hands and not to mix the colours. You can just wipe them off on a bit of paper towel. And as you can see, it kind of all just blends together. It's really pretty. and I decided I was going to put some little spooky eyes in the background. So I just decided where I was going to pop those and got a thicker kind of white pen, and I started putting little eyes in the background. I thought that looked kind of spooky too, a little bit of an early Halloween picture, but I thought it might look cool if there were like hundreds of spiders in the background, kind of make the background a bit more exciting. And here I'm showing you how you can get a little bit on your finger and use that to put a small amount, because I was worried if I tried to draw in the pink, it would just put a large amount of pink and it would look a bit crazy. I just wanted a very light amount, kind of just to show the highlights of the spider body without it being a crazy pink color. So I'm just getting a little bit of the gel pastel on my finger, and then I'm rubbing that onto the paper. Wax is a really good technique. So this is just coming to the end now, finishing off the spider legs, making them look all blended together, and I'll just show you a bit of a close-up at the end so you can see how that looks. Here we go. And as you can see the little bit of shininess on there, but you can also see the color on the white. It looks really pretty. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Have a sunshiny day.